Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, world, and welcome to episode 38 of Ball Don't Lie. I'm your host, Jared, with my lovely counter host, Starkey.
What's up,
The
everyone?
Grim Starkey. How's it going today? I tried to make it a name up at the end.
It's good, my man. How are you?
Oh, man, we're thriving and surviving. Basketball's getting ready to go full swing. My free NBA League Pass ended, so I'm a little depressed.
Yeah.
I get going last night to click to watch the Pistons, and I forgot who they were playing. But I go to watch the Pistons, but I'm like, oh, because they're my team to watch this year. That's not the Grizzlies. And my NBA League free league passes run out. So if you want to go halfsy on it, let me know. It's only $65 a person
Well,
for us to watch simultaneously at one time.
We'll talk about it.
No, we will. Wives don't have to know. You said you had some breaking news for us?
Yeah, well, not necessarily breaking news. That'll come later on when we get to our NBA session. But the most important thing before we get to the rest of what happened since we've last talked, Taylor Swift dropped her 10th studio album, Midnight. So everyone go stream it. It's amazing.
Is that your breaking news from over the weekend?
That's the most important thing that happened over the week, yes.
Okay. Heard that. I had a good weekend. You know, you didn't. Actually, I had something I wanted to. Speaking of Taylor Swift, this actually ties into Purdue a little for our Purdue listeners out there.
Okay.
So Purdue has never won a game directly after a Taylor Swift album release.
Okay. Interesting.
2006, she released whatever album that was. They lost to Penn State. 2008, they lost to Iowa. 2010, they lost to Illinois. 2012, Minnesota. 2014, Nebraska. 2017, Northwestern. 2019, Nevada. And this weekend, Wisconsin.
Okay.
So T Swift is apparently not a big fan of the gold and black.
Yeah. Come on, Boilermakers. We know y'all can do it.
Oh, they lost this weekend. They got destroyed by
they already lost.
Wisconsin. Yeah, they got destroyed this weekend by Wisconsin. Their streak continues at 14 straight years of losing to Wisconsin. And Wisconsin is a dumpster fire this year. I don't know, man. I don't understand it. That's their kryptonite.
Yeah.
But folks, I think we have a good show. We'll see.
All will be revealed.
I didn't do as much prepping, and I've noticed the days I don't do a lot of prepping, the show's a lot better. But just we're going to, we got a few things to get to before we get to the NFL. We're not even talking NFL. Screw the NFL.
Yeah.
We got college football going on. We got NBA going on. I love the NFL, but here's the thing. Like when Dallas loses, I don't get that mad. Like I get mad for a good minute. I'm like, gosh dang it. And then I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like when the Razorbacks lose, I'm pissed off for a good 20 minutes.
Yeah.
When the Grizzlies lose, I get pissed. And I'm like, I'm more mad when the Grizzlies and the Razorbacks lose than the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Are you the same way with the Rams?
Usually, yeah. But this season, not so much. This season so far, I think I've been the most upset about the Ole Miss LSU loss.
She should be. Y'all were a 2-point underdog in that one. We'll get into that one. Let's talk about Memphis had a good but bad weekend in basketball.
Yeah, it was rocky, to say the least.
Amen to that. You got a big recruit. You got a 4-star guy who, granted, this year, technically Memphis didn't really get a recruit this year.
Right.
They got an international freshman who was on nobody's radar. So, I mean, you know more about him than we do.
Yeah, so 4-star wing, shooting guard, Carl Sharonfont from Calvary Christian Academy in Florida, plays AAU for the Atlantic Express. He's 6'4", 190. He's according to 247 Sports, he's 127 in the country. So top 200 guy for Penny and the Tigers.
Can he shoot?
To be determined. I will have to look up his stats, and I can do that momentarily.
You're good. You're good. Here's the thing, though, for Memphis, and here's the thing you want. Like, I don't know. I just don't get as hype anymore over recruits now as I used to, especially like guys like him. Like, because he's more than likely not going to be a one and done.
Right.
So, like, there's no point in getting hype over him because he's probably going to leave after 1 year. Look what happened last year.
Right. That's very true.
I mean, your whole entire team, your whole entire recruiting class from last year is gone. The whole entire recruiting class. And only one went to the NBA. Or two, I'm sorry, two did. Minot. You keep forgetting Minot was part of the recruiting class because he never played, but guess where he's at?
Minnesota. He's in Minnesota.
Minnesota now. We in Minnesota now. So, like, I don't know
anything about his shooting, but hopefully he can knock him down.
I forgot they still have Jonathan Lawson, but you lost Sam, Otto, John Camden. My guy is gone. Amani Bates is gone. Minot's gone. Jalen Duren's gone. The only one that's still there is Jonathan Lawson.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting to see what happens with this guy. Will he stay? Sure. Will he contribute? Don't really know. But we had our first preseason game for the Tigers.
Yes, we did.
And boy, was it scary.
And it looked terrible in the process.
Memphis won by a scary 9.
Yeah.
Over Christian Brothers.
Yeah.
Whose tallest guy is 6'7".
That's a problem.
Well, it doesn't help when you shoot 10% from 3. 2 of 19.
2 of 19, yeah.
And I told you, I've said this from day freaking 1. And you know what? Penny was going to roll out Lomax and Davis at the same. I told you.
Everything I read said that more than likely, the regular season starting lineup, Alo will come off the bench, but there will be plenty of minutes where KD and Alo will be in the backcourt at the same time, which makes no sense to me because you have 2 pure point guards on the court at the same time.
But I could see that if you had, because here's the thing, on defense, you're taking a massive step down because you got both guys under 5'10".
Yeah.
I could see that if you had like Jalen Duren, Precious, and like a Josh Minot back there behind you.
Right.
I could see that.
Absolutely.
But you don't. They're all gone.
Yeah. The only size and defense you have really coming back this year, outside of DeAndre Williams, is KO.
And KO's unproven. He just can jump out of the gym.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. Going back with our new recruit, will he stay committed? Don't know. How long will he be here? Because now in the day, freshmen want to play day one, or especially in basketball, if they don't play, they're gone. Same in football, honestly. Whereas like 10 years ago, you take DJ Steffens, guess what? He had to wait 2 years to get or a year and a half to get his time. And he made the most of it. And he didn't really start playing like full minutes till his last year at Memphis.
Right.
So I don't know. Anyway, let's jump into real fast. So I had their exhibition game.
Okay.
Coach Musk got a technical.
Ooh.
So he's gotten teed up in Spain and in an exhibition game.
All right.
Did you need to, I'll have to send it to you. Y'all need to Google his pregame speech. He does amazing pregame speeches. This one was about trick-or-treating related, about how you got to hustle and be competitive. It was hysterical. He's changing costumes throughout. It's pretty funny. Nick Smith, freaking baller.
Yeah.
I know you were saying earlier that you think he could go top 3, be the number 3 pick in the draft. And then you got Anthony Black, who murdered a guy. He Ja Morant. You remember the Ja Morant dunk over Kevin, or what should have been a dunk over Kevin Love and AD?
Yeah, how could I forget that?
He did that on Saturday.
He executed.
To a white guy. So it doesn't make it as cool, but dude,
It's so cool.
His stat line doesn't show it, but just like from what people said about him, the highlight show and like what everyone was tweeting about it, all writing about it, they're like, Anthony Black is going to be a freaking NBA star.
Mm-hmm.
They expect him to go one and done easy. They're like, the stat line doesn't show this guy's court vision is off the charts, offensively and defensively. Our biggest weakness this year is going to be shooting. If we can shoot it, I think we'll be perfect. I think this is non-biased. If Arkansas can make their shots, I think we'll win the national championship. Non-biased. You have the team. You have the depth. You have the talent.
You have the coach.
You have, honestly, you can make an argument. He's one of the best coaches. He's not the best, but he's one of the top. He's top 10.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he's doing what Penny said he was going to do: thrive in the portal. Freaking. Here's the thing: Musselman, same year as Penny, returns nobody.
Right.
Musselman only has 2 people back from last year's team that played minutes. Penny's almost the same way, so we'll see how that goes. I think we'll run the table. I think we can win the SEC for the first time in a hot minute.
That'd be awesome.
So let's jump into the next one. College football. So Memphis sucked. Granted, the score only shows that we lost by 10, but dude, it was way worse than that.
It was nowhere near that close.
I mean, you were down by 35 at halftime.
Yeah.
Granted, yeah, you held them to 3 points in the second half. Awesome.
Moral victories.
It's just depressing. Get Ryan out. Like, here's the thing. They're not going to make a bowl game. There's no freaking way.
No. We were talking off the air. There's only one guaranteed win left in the season.
That's North Alabama.
North Alabama, yes. And that's what, the next to last week of the season?
That's the 19th. Yes, that's senior day.
Okay.
You got UCF. That's a loss.
Yep.
You got Tulsa. That's a 50-50 game.
Yeah.
You got North Alabama, and you got an SMU team who is honestly, to me, underrated. I'm big on SMU. It's depressing. And you can Silverfield will be gone. Hennigan is going to go to a Power 5 school next year. Mark my words. He will be at a Power 5 school next year. He's going to be a hot commodity. And Memphis, you have to make a splash. We have said it before. I say it again. Make a splash hire this offseason for the love of all humanity. Make the splash hire. If you want to get into a big conference, make the hire.
Deion to Memphis?
They do have game day this weekend.
Yeah,
no,
that's gonna be amazing.
Deion's only going to one school.
Auburn.
Oh, he's going to Florida State or bust. That's it. Without it. Norvell. I've been reading. It depends on how he does in the season. Let's talk about y'all. Y'all jumped out to a 17-3 lead this weekend.
Yeah, and that first touchdown on the opening drive, I'll credit my buddy Andy for saying this, was great for my nerves and my anxiety. 17-3 lead, and then some injuries happened, and our defense kind of got on the wrong bus. And after Jackson Dart threw an interception in the end zone, I believe at the beginning of the second half, it was all downhill from there.
Well, see, I told somebody at work on Friday, I was like, if LSU if they can shut down the running lanes, they have the talent
Yeah.
to be better. Talent wise, they're better than Ole Miss.
Yeah, I agree.
Coaching wise, I still don't think so. But if they have the defensively, they can shut down the lanes and they can win that ball game. They did.
The crazy thing is, and I'm petrified that this is what's going to happen the rest of the season. We have been such a dominant run first team this year that if more teams watch that tape and just stop the run and force Jackson Dart to throw, it is going to be excruciating.
That's why I'm worried. See, if you look at Arkansas, we're the same way. We're a run heavy team. But guess what we do? We can throw the ball with KJ.
Yeah.
When we're not doing our side stuff, we can move the ball through there. We did against BYU.
Yeah.
But which is two totally different teams, LSU and BYU. But I'm telling you, I've said it before, I think Dart's going mid of the year. I do believe Kiffin will go after a quarterback in the portal. A starting quarterback. Altmaier's gone. He's redshirting
for sure.
He's redshirting to help him try to get more of a chance, but Dart's not the quarterback. And here's the thing: when we play y'all, I'm fine with putting 10 guys in the box and saying, "Okay, Dart, beat me," or putting 8 guys in the box, 7 guys in the box. Actually, probably put 7 in the box. Shut down the running game and say, "Jackson Dart, beat me."
Good luck.
Because he showed on Saturday he can't.
When the pressure is on Jackson Dart, he folds. And it is really, really sad and infuriating to watch. But that's just where we are. The best talent in the times.
Let's jump into the next game. Alabama. How did they rebound? Was a quiet slaughter.
Yeah, it was.
Thought it was going to be a lot worse than what it looked. A lot worse than what the score did. I don't remember the guy's name. He was number 5 from Mississippi State. He dropped it. He dropped a touchdown pass in the third quarter that honestly would have built more momentum up for them, and probably helped lead a small comeback, if you could say that. But Saban, we all knew it was coming, and they just couldn't get anything going.
Let me see. I think I know who you're talking
about. I think it was Rufus. Yeah, it was Rufus. No, it wasn't Rufus. I don't know who it was. But anyway, the guy dropped a wide open touchdown. I think it was Ladidra
Griffin.
Yeah, Ladidra. Yeah. Mike, you need to take his scholarship away. That guy dropped a wide open touchdown pass, and you needed that on Saturday. It was a small, but here's the thing: we actually broke a streak on Saturday. Not we, but Mississippi State broke a streak on Saturday. For the first time since 2014, they scored a touchdown in Tuscaloosa. Shout out to Mississippi State. Shout out to Will Rogers.
Good job, Bulldogs.
Here's the thing that was kind of funny, and because we've all been there with Saban, the guy was pissed off. He wanted to rebound, and he wanted that. You could tell he wanted a shutout.
Yeah.
And there was a minute left. State's moving the ball. Mississippi State or Alabama messes up. You see the guy chunk the headset. He's dropping F-bombs on the sidelines at the players. And you're like, Nick, you're up by 30. You're up by 30, Nicholas. Stop it. And then you see when State scores the touchdown with no time left, which I still don't know why they didn't let State kick the field goal, but I don't know why. I guess they said, hey, there's nothing you can do. You might as well end it. But you see the players just chirping at each other. The Bama players are getting on to the guy for the missed assignment. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
So I can tell you now, I highly doubt Alabama loses to end the season. And they still got to play y'all, LSU, and Auburn, and whoever their crap team is. So
the Minnesota score for the blind, I think.
Probably. And Saban will get pissed if they get a first down, as usual. Let's jump into there was one more game I want to talk about. What was it? I can't remember. Was there another big game this weekend? I'm thinking. I had it in my head.
Trying to think. I'm trying
I
to think
had
of
it.
the.
I can't even read my handwriting. Who what? And
That's an
it's
issue
either
in and of itself.
neither here nor there. Yes, my handwriting is terrible. We actually have a lot of exciting games this weekend.
Yep, we do.
You got Ohio State and Penn State. I don't know. Oh, wait. I knew what it was. How about Clemson? DJ got benched.
Yeah.
DJ Ugalabedi, who's ugly like his name, got benched for my boy Cade. And what did Cade do? He dominated.
And immediately after the game, Dabo Swinney said, DJ is our guy, no question.
Well, you still have to say that to keep his head up.
I don't know, man. I don't think Dabo makes the move.
I don't. Let me see who they play this week.
He should.
No, I didn't say that. I said that week 1 he should make the move. Who do they play next? They play Louisville, Miami, South Carolina. If he struggles in any one of these next 3 games, yeah. How about real fast? How about the U? Holy crap, they fell off hard. Just when we were saying at the end of the season, I was high on the U. I had them picked to win the ACC.
Yeah.
They lost it.
Their bounce back here.
Mario Cristobal, he's like the quarterback ruiner. He sucked with Justin Herbert, who's killing it in the NFL. Oh, he's not having the best year right now in the NFL. And then you got Travis Van Dyke, who was a first-round draft pick to most people.
Yep.
You're 3-4.
Yeah.
And you just lost to Duke.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was the A&M game. That's my handwriting. Yeah, A&M. So low-key, quietly, South Carolina is 5-2.
Yeah. I think because of the way they started the season, people aren't talking about South Carolina.
I don't think they're still. I think they just had a decent stretch here and there. I mean, they okay. People can say, "Oh, well, they beat Kentucky." You beat a Will Levis-less Kentucky.
Yeah, you didn't beat Kentucky.
So they barely beat. They struggled against Georgia State. They lost to us. They got blown out by Georgia.
Yep.
They beat Charlotte. They beat South Carolina State. They beat a Will Levis left Kentucky team. They beat Texas A&M, which I can't say nothing because we lost to Texas A&M. So they actually have, and I hear me and my boss were talking about that, about the Kentucky week, but hey, we don't think they're going to make a bowl game this year. Well, they more than likely are because you look at their schedule. They got Missouri left. They got Vandy, Florida, Tennessee, and Clemson. They'll win probably their next 2 games, if not 3 games.
Yeah.
And in the season with 2 L's, and that leads me to the next thing. Jimbo, holy crap.
Yeah.
I kind of think he wants to get fired, but then I don't. But so
I think at this point, he's just trolling Texas A&M because he knows they can't afford to fire.
Well, I've been told by people who are like big boosters with the A&M, or who are their parents are boosters at A&M. If they miss the bowl game, he's gone. Which, if you look at their schedule, Ole Miss this weekend, they are a 2.5-point underdog right now. So that's I'll give them an L there. That's 3-5. Florida is I don't know. That's an iffy game as well.
That could go either way.
I would say right now they have 1 guaranteed win. I'd say 2. I'll give them Auburn. So that will put them in 5-4. And they split up. So it's Ole Miss, Florida, Auburn, UMass, and LSU.
Yeah.
You got to win 3. And I can tell you probably won't be favored in any of them but the UMass game.
Yes.
And probably, I can see maybe Auburn, but it's at Auburn, so you don't know that. You don't know with that. So, and then you look at it, Jimbo suspended 5 players this weekend for apparently there was weed in the locker room at South Carolina. And I think he's doing that to kind of use that as like a shield to say,
Yeah.
hey, if Ole Miss beats him, it's like, yeah, we had 5 players suspended this weekend.
Right.
What do you want me to do? I'm missing half my starters.
Yeah, that's very true.
So you don't know, but I can tell you it's coming. Maybe Dion to A&M. No, but
Speaking of coaches, real quick, had another coach get fired this week.
the Charlotte
Will
coach.
Healy at Charlotte, yes.
Oh yeah, future member of the American. Woo!
Yeah. Not sure people saw it happening this quickly. But after I believe they're 1-5. Yeah,
Sorry, I don't even know who Will Ely is, so
it was time to pull the plug. So
I don't even know who he was.
yeah, I'm having
I'm
a
so
hard
glad
time
you
remember where it came from.
I'm so glad you keep up with Charlotte 49ers football. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Can we add that to the list of your teams now, the 49ers of Charlotte?
Let's do it.
Oh, gosh. Stop it. Okay, we're adding that to your teams. So a couple big games this weekend. Just kind of want to go with some. You got Ohio State, Penn State this weekend. It's the whiteout game. Penn State always balls out for the whiteout. No, I'm sorry. It's not a whiteout. It's a noon game. My bad. Misread it. Sorry. 15.5-point favorite. I think Ohio State's going to cover that very easily. The next big one I want to talk about is TCU, West Virginia. They have that at 7.5. I think TCU covers that easily.
Yeah, I think so too.
The next game, Auburn and Arkansas. Arkansas is a 3.5-point favorite. It's at Auburn. We were supposed to beat the brakes off them last year. We ended up losing terribly to Auburn. It's a trap game. I don't like it. I'm staying away from that one this weekend, folks. But if I was a betting man, take Arkansas money line. Don't take the spread. Here's one for you. Northwestern Iowa.
Okay.
We're not taking a winner. We're not taking a loser. We are taking the under. We're taking under 37.5 points in that game.
All right.
Both teams do not believe in offense. Another game that I think I'm excited to watch on Saturday is Oklahoma State, Kansas State.
Yeah.
Spencer Sanders. Remember him. I love him. I think he's a stud. They are a 1.5-point underdog this weekend at Kansas State. Taylor Martinez is having a back bounce year and is really showing that Scott Frost was a terrible coach at Nebraska. Oklahoma State is a 1.5-point underdog. I'm taking Oklahoma State money line. I think they will cover and win outright this weekend.
All right.
Then we got Kentucky, Tennessee. It's at 12.5 right now. That does scare me. Somebody at work made a good point. Kentucky with Will Levis, they have the offense to slow it down and just run the ball. But hear me out. Tennessee is a very high-powered offense with Heisman favorite Hendon Hooker. Tennessee will cover 12.5. Lock it in, folks. Starkey, you're getting into this. You're becoming a degenerate like me. Ole Miss, actually, it is now dropped down.
Oh.
1.5 now. Love it. Lock it in. Ole Miss wins big.
I hope so.
USC has been a team that hasn't let me down all year. I'm taking them. The spread scares me on it. It's at minus 15.5. That scares me. We're taking it, though. USC minus 15.5. Love it, love it, love it. That's it for the big games this weekend. Looking ahead to next week, you have Tennessee, Georgia. But right now, we will see what the spread's at come next Monday, if we do the show on Monday. Right now, it is at minus 12.5, Georgia. Tickets for that are going for $675 on FanDuel.
Ooh.
I'm not FanDuel, Step Up, sorry.
That's
before your fees and taxes.
Which are like $1,000.
Yes.
Not sure you can bet this game or anything, but big rivalry game this weekend. And for our Mississippi listeners, Division II. Okay. Delta State, Mississippi College.
Mississippi College sucks, Starkey.
Delta State is
I'm
8-0 for the first time in forever.
Who is?
Delta State.
I mean, I almost played football at Mississippi College. They suck.
Yeah, they're 4-4 this season.
I think the 4 years I would have been there if I would have committed there. They won like 3 games.
Yeah,
and they jumped out, and they also transitioned to D2 during those years. So
yeah,
they are doo.
Go Okra.
I mean, it's gonna be a slaughter. I'll take it. Delta State money line on that in a heartbeat. Let's jump into the pride and joy of the podcast. Before we do that, we have an ad as usual.
Yeah, let's do it.
Mitchell James of Porch to Patio Home Inspections. Folks, we've been saying it now for 34 episodes. Use him, folks, when you're buying a house, getting ready to sell your house. Use him, love him. You can't go wrong with him. You'll
love him like we love it.
Real fast, I was actually talking to him this weekend. As many of you know, Mitch is a Detroit fan. I'm probably going to have to shave my head at the end of the year.
We tried to tell you.
You know, they've looked good in all these games, though. They've looked good. They've never been out of the game.
Speaking of the Lions, I just read just a minute ago before we got on the air, the Lions owner has committed to the GM and the head coach.
Hey, you would be stupid not to commit to Dan Campbell. The players love him. The fans love him. They've been hitting on draft picks. It's only a matter of time. Oh, we also have another sponsor tonight, folks. Sports Leans and Picks. I butchered that. I'm sorry. Folks, you heard us talk about picks for this weekend in college football. Folks, Sports Lean and Picks is an algorithm-based company that will help you hit on your picks every single day in all the major sports and international sports like ping pong and cricket. So you can sign up. Yes, you can sign up now. They offer membership packages. $10 is the basic package. You get 1 to 2 picks a day. They have the premium package here, Starkey. You get 3 to 4 picks every single day for $20 a month. The first one's 10. Sorry, I should have said that. And then they have their MVP package, folks. You get 6 of our sharpest picks based on algorithms, computer science, Starkey, for $40 a month, folks. Folks, we'll leave the link in the description. Check it out. Sign up. I got to work on a promo code to see if we can get a little discount here for you, folks. If you're struggling with your gambling right now, you're losing, or if you're having an addiction. Starkey, what's the addiction number? You don't even remember, do you?
It's been so long. Call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-888 something. No! Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry. It's been so long since we've done this. Long since we've done this. I did not realize we were going back to this.
It's actually at the bottom of. Go ahead. What is it? Go ahead and read your little part.
If you need help with a gambling addiction, call the Tennessee Red Line at 800-889-9789.
Beautiful. So, folks, let's get into it. NBA season has started since we last spoke. Oh my gosh, a lot has happened. Grizzlies are 3-1. Could be 4-0, but here's the thing: that Dallas. So we started off. We looked beautiful against the Knicks. Everybody, Ja looked amazing. Santi, oh my goodness, Starkey.
Santi is him. To use
so for the year, Santi for the year is averaging 12 points, 7.5 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist a game, while shooting 33% from 3-pointers. Which is it's not 33, but he's making them. He's putting up a lot.
Yeah,
he's shooting about 4.5 threes a game. And granted, that doesn't sound sexy right there, but he's making them. It's all mindset right here. Because I watched him play last year. He sucked. The one game I went to, he struggled tremendously in the hustle game. I was listening to Chris Vernon's show. They had the hustle coach on, and Chris asked him, like, "Did y'all really think he was gonna be this good?" They're like, yes and no. He's like, with Santi, it's all about his confidence. If you can keep his confidence up, they said the sky's the limit for that kid. Folks,
Looking like yet another hit for King Common.
I'll tell you what, man, I was worried. Bane did scare me. When we were starting the season, I was definitely worried with Desmond Bane.
You texted me about him, asking if I was worried about him.
Here's the thing. You should have been.
I was slightly, but like I told you, I trusted him to figure it out, and he made good on that.
So, first game, he shot 27% from the field. The next game, he shot 18% from the field. Game 3 against Dallas, he shot 36, and then on Monday, he shot 67% from the field while shooting 72% from 72% from 3.
I believe it was 6 for 8.
No, he was actually 8 of 11.
11. Okay.
But folks, the big reason why we're here, the big reason why we're doing is Ja Morant.
We're running out of adjectives to describe Ja Morant.
Can I start?
Absolutely.
49. Let's go game by game. 49 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds. 34 points. This is just stats. 34 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds. 20 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. And on Monday, 38 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds.
The man is otherworldly.
People that were saying he is in the MVP race, it's hard to not believe them right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, we've steadily seen it every year. He goes from here to here to here. And then just when we think that there aren't many levels left, he laughs in our faces and says, I'll show y'all, and takes yet another step.
But the biggest thing right now, and I'm hoping this is like just not a fluke thing right here, is his 3-point shooting. He's shooting 60% from 3 on 6 attempts a game.
Yeah.
His game one, 3 of 6. Game 2, his career season high right now, 49 points, which we needed all 49 of them.
Yeah.
Against Houston. 5 of 6. Game 3 against Dallas, that was just a dumpster fire for everybody. 0 for 2. And on Monday night, 4 of 6. He's averaging 35 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds a game, shooting 86 from the 3-point line, 60% from 3-point, and 55% from the field.
That's insane.
To think we had the 9th best odds that draft.
Yeah.
In 2019.
Dare I say so far we have massive disclaimer. If his rust is shaken off and he steadily produces, if Ja keeps doing what he's doing from behind the arc, dare I say we have the best shooting backcourt in the league?
If Ja can keep it up, yes. You're not. I mean, you're definitely not on the Warriors level, but you're up there. You were up there, and I actually want to get into the Warriors here later on in the show. But there's another guy that I think is not getting enough love right now. It just proves about how much Grizzlies great are finding hidden gems. Talked about Santi. Bane was a hidden gem.
Yeah, he was.
We got him at 30.
Yeah.
We're paying that man $2 million a year.
Yeah, he's going to get paid next season.
John Contract.
The pride of Indiana, Fort Wayne?
Pride of Indiana, Fort Wayne, baby. Jitty in the city. Granted, folks, his stat line doesn't prove it, but dude, compared to like the John Contract we've seen, he's averaging 10 points a game. And here's the thing, he's letting it fly from 3.
Yeah, he is.
He's shooting 5.3 threes a game, making 47% of it. He's averaging 5. As game 1, he had a freaking double-double.
Yeah.
12 points, 11 rebounds. Oh, a guy at work, Marty, who's probably going to listen to this, he was talking crap to me. How in God's name did John Conchar only have 12 points? I was like, that's John Conchar for you. I said, he's not a scorer. I said, he's a guy that's going to get – I said, how many rebounds he get? He said, oh, it looks like he had 11. I said, exactly. He said, really? I said, yeah. I said, there were games last year where he had 20 rebounds a game. The guy's basketball – granted, he's not athletic, etc. He's not like the best thing, but his basketball IQ is off the charts. He knows where to be. And he's just proven. Keep this guy going. We're not missing Melt yet.
Not yet. And like we said last week on the show, that with Jitty, he needs to step in and take over some of that Melton role when Melton got traded. And so far, he has done exactly that.
And it broke right before the show that Zaire is out 4 to 6 weeks, which I'm not shocked with.
Yeah,
I kind of knew it was coming, just because of the knee soreness. But take your time. We're going to need Zaire at the end to make a run.
Yeah.
Right now, I can't wait for the Phoenix matchup.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be incredible. I'm here for it.
We are holding our own against the best. I did, however, get very nervous on Monday night. Dylan Brooks made his season debut. And honestly, he's been starting off where he picked off last year. FGA attempts. Yeah. He shot terrible in the first half. Like, terrible. In the first half, he shot 1 of 11. I'm sorry, he was 2 of 11 in the first half. And he was 0 of 5 from 3. And you're like thinking, and we're in the dog battle before we started taking over. And you're just thinking, oh my gosh, dude, here we go again. DB is going to cost us another big game.
Yep.
Well, DB did the best thing ever. He done what I said to do. Either make your shots or quit shooting it. He shot the ball twice in the second half. Granted, one of the shots was a shot like right when the shot clock expired. So you can't really throw that one on him on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. You did what you wanted him to do. He played defense on KD. He made it. Granted, KD had 38 points, but it was a tough 38 points for KD.
I did see, and I don't have it in front of me, but I did see the discrepancy of how KD was playing with DB on the court versus DB off the court. And there was a big difference.
Oh, it was. And then you see him and DB start chirping, and you're just thinking, oh God, Dylan, don't piss off KD, the guy that can destroy us.
Yeah.
And KD did get pissed, but guess what? DB held his own.
Yeah.
And then you had Bane drop 32 points in the second half.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen with Brooklyn. I think they're going to blow the team up. If you want my honest opinion, I think they will. In some way. Ben Simmons is not good anymore. I don't know if it's his mental block he's still trying to overcome or what. I mean, I saw him. He did shoot a 3. It was but I did see him shoot one mid-range shot, and it was atrocious. Like, his form is terrible. And then you saw Ja bait him into that foul.
Fouled it.
His foul.
And
Ja's like, yeah, I learned that from my rookie year. Wait, they did that to me.
Yeah.
So you love it. And then you see fans begging for KD to come to Memphis on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, y'all don't want me. And then the fans go, yeah, we do. I mean, we do, but at the same time, you don't want to give up your whole entire team for him.
Right.
We have
KD made another incredible statement about Ja. Said that he is the most marketable player in the league right now and the future face of the league.
He is. So we had NBA Power Rankings come out today. We are number 4.
All right. I missed those rankings coming out. So I've not seen
right now. Milwaukee's 1, Boston 2, Phoenix 3, Grizzlies 4. Warriors 5, Cavs are 6, Clippers are 7, which is shocking right there. Trailblazers are 8, Pelicans 9, and Nuggets are 10.
All right. I'll take that.
So before we get into this, I kind of want to talk about one thing. So we're holding it down. They're saying Jaren could miss 20 games this year, which is I'm fine with. If you look at our upcoming schedule, we have a West Coast skid coming up, which I'm not that worried about. We got Sacramento tomorrow night. Sacramento has looked good on the year, but they're still Sacramento. They're 0-3. They've been competitive in every game they played. They played Portland, the Clippers, and the Warriors, and they've been in every game. So that's a game we can't take for light.
Right.
So, but we're fully healthy. Josh thriving and surviving. So we're looking good. I think that's a dub there. Then we got a back-to-back against the Utah Jazz. That will be a tough stretch there. It's not a back. We have a day off, but we play them at Utah 29th and the 31st. And then we got to play Portland. So it's going to be a tough. You end it tough. It's a tough West Coast stretch there, but there's no shadow of my doubt that you could maybe end that going 3-1.
That would be ideal.
Worst case scenario 3-1. Best case you're 4-0.
Yeah.
100%. There's no reason why you should come back 2-2. There you shouldn't come not less than 3-1. But November's going to be our month where we make our ground. This is the month you pull away from the Southwest Division. You got Portland, Charlotte, the Wizards, Boston, San Antonio, Minnesota, who's a dumpster fire right now. I'll get into them in a second. Washington again, the Pelicans, OKC, Brooklyn again, which is sad to see that you got two Brooklyn games at the very beginning of the year. I hate to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we got Sacramento, New Orleans, New York, and Minnesota. November is your month to make a run. That is your month. You pull out and you make. Jaren should be back at some point in November, and my honest opinion, that is when you pull out. That's when you pull up and you make your freaking run. Right now, they said, granted, we've only had 2 home games, but they said both home games have been playoff atmospheres.
And that's what we need. We need to keep that rolling for sure.
And that was a Monday night.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm telling you, us as a top 4 seed is looking beautiful and beautiful. I do kind of want to run through some winners and losers so far of the NBA season.
Okay.
To me, losers right now are the Minnesota Timberwolves, one of the biggest ones right now. You did such a major trade this offseason for Rudy Gobert. And here's the thing. We both have said it since it happened. We have hated that trade.
Yeah.
You gave away so much. You gave away 2 big pieces off your bench. And Walker Kessler, who's playing for Utah right now, but you gave away so much for him. You couldn't really build around him, and you're struggling tremendously against. They should. Let's see. Minnesota's 2-2. They should be 4-0.
Right.
They've barely struggled against the Thunder in Game 1. They lost to the Jazz, beat the Thunder by 10 again, and they lost to the Spurs. They're struggling in every game. And here's the thing, same as last year, they don't have that pecking order.
No,
they're still playing. They're playing selfish ball.
Yep.
And Kat's throwing Ant under the bus into the post conference the other night, saying, "Well, I just wish Ant would take care of himself better off the court. Maybe that's why he let." Yeah. Well, apparently Ant has an addiction to Popeye's chicken. So Kat's like, if he would just eat better, he wouldn't have those terrible shooting nights. I'm like, bruh, come on.
That's messed up. I missed all that. I've been in Jackson since Monday. I've missed every bit of that.
It was. Yeah, he said. I don't think he. He's like, yeah, but I just wish Ant would take better care of him. Like, dude, come on, stop it. So in Rudy Gobert, you knew you were a guy at work. Marty, he loves Ant now. ever since you saw Hustle. He loves Ant. They suck. Like, they don't have the pecking order. D'Angelo Russell still thinks he's the best player. Cat thinks he's still the best player. When the best player is Anthony Edwards. And you gave away your two best bench players for Rudy Gobert. And listen, everyone knew you were getting out of Rudy Gobert. Maybe 10 points a game, 12 rebounds. That's it.
Yeah.
And a couple blocks here and there. You don't need that. You had that in Cat. And they had a mismatch nightmare. That's why I hated playing them last year in the playoffs. Because Cat did what he did. He destroyed Steven Adams. He's a mismatch nightmare on fives.
Yeah.
And you got Jared Vanderbilt. You have to respect at a 4, so you got to put Jared on him. Otherwise, Adams can't. It's gonna be the same thing of what it was against Cat. And now you lost that matchup by starting Rudy Gobert and Cat. Now you got Cat at the 4, Rudy at the 5 permanently. So it's basically big on big.
Yeah.
Another one. A lot of people have. I mean, the Lakers. Are we really shocked?
No. It is next level bad in LA right now.
There was an article released today saying that this is probably the worst shooting team in NBA history.
Yeah. I don't think that's a question.
Yeah. So for the year, folks, they are shooting 39. Granted, they're shooting 39% from 3. I'm sorry, 21% from 3. My bad. They're shooting 39 threes a game. They're shooting 21% from 3, and they're shooting 40% from the field. You're running a lineup of LeBron, Ant, Lonnie Walker, Russell Westbrook, and Pat Bev. That's your starting lineup. Where's the shooting? Like, there's no floor. Like, this is like back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You're running with that team right there. That's a tough team to beat. But now in the day and age where you have to shoot, it's all about spacing.
Yeah.
The Lakers don't have that. Your best 3-point shooter is your starting center. And then after that, it's LeBron at the 4.
Right.
And then after that, you don't really know who the best 3-point shooter is. Genie busting them. So apparently they're trying to move Russ. Nobody wants to.
Yeah.
They want 2 firsts for Russ. Genie's like, you ain't getting 2 firsts.
Mm-hmm.
They apparently are in talks with Scary Terry.
Okay.
Because the Hornets are kind of in blow up mode right now. Because you got LaMelo out and stuff like that, so you don't really know. But the Lakers are a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, LeBron they'll figure out something. LeBron and them will make a small run. They still won't make the playoffs.
No.
There's no way this team makes the playoffs. No freaking way.
I heard something today I want to get your take on.
Okay.
Do you see LeBron tanking for Victor?
Okay, so if that does happen, I don't think he'll tank for him because LeBron has only missed he's only made the playoffs one time in his Laker career.
Yeah.
And that was the bubble year.
Right. No, they won the title the bubble year.
That's the only time he's made the playoffs.
Oh, made the playoffs. I thought you said missed. My bad.
No, he's made it twice there. I'm sorry. They got swept in the first round by the Suns the year they went to the finals. So he's made it twice in 4 years. He went there to win a title. He won one, and here's the thing. It has an asterisk beside it. He missed his first year, won it his second year, knocked out first round his third year, missed it last year. It's probably going to miss it this year. That's 2 out of 5 years.
2 out of 5.
That's not good.
No.
That's not good at all. We'll be interested to see what if you're Memphis, do you have him that offer?
Do you what?
Would you consider taking LeBron for like a DB and a couple first?
Personally, yes. But at this stage in his career, I'm not sure if it would be a good basketball move.
So I'm pulling it up right now. Well, here's the issue: is they don't have any picks. Right now, their 2023 pick, the Pelicans have the right to pick swap,
Mm-hmm.
and I guarantee, and they're going to pick swap. So they'll have a late first round draft. They'll probably have a mid to late first round draft pick there. The next year, they don't have one. 2024, they don't got one. 2025, they don't own their first pick till 2026.
Oh.
And you're gonna have, and here's the thing: if you're gonna have to make a splash this year, you're gonna have to use a 26 or 27 first round draft pick to trade Russ.
Yeah.
You're going to have to make that. Another team that a lot of people are bashing, which I'm not, is Philly. Granted, yes, they're 1-3. I'm not worried at all.
No.
They've looked good. I mean, every team is struggling. They will figure it out. I am more worried about the Heat. They have not looked good. Lost opening night. They just can't catch a dub. I mean, they've only caught one dub, and that's by 3. They've struggled in every game they've played. It's just they can't make baskets. Granted, on paper they got Kyle Lowry, Victor Oladipo, Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Mitchell Robinson, Jimmy Butler. Bam.
That team on paper should rarely ever miss baskets.
Here's Jimmy will get those boys right though, but it's shocking to see. They should be 2-2 worse. They should be 3-1. Honestly,
yeah.
In my personal opinion, the Nets, I think they will blow it up. They're going to have to figure out a way to blow it up though. I would say right now, the biggest surprise of this year has been the Hornets. They're 2-1. And they've looked beautiful in each game.
Yeah. Addition by subtraction?
What? Well, they're just playing. Honestly, they're just playing good team ball. They're moving the ball around beautiful. Kelly Oubre, the Grizzly killer, who just always has the career high when we play. You got Dennis Smith Jr. is looking good. Gordon Hayward, a guy I wouldn't mind the Grizzlies having. Kelly Oubre, and James Bouknight, Mr. DUI. They're playing good team basketball there, which has been one of the biggest shocks. Another shocking team, which I was shocked at the beginning. I said they were going to suck for Victor. Utah.
Yeah. Overall, Utah might be the surprise team so far.
Granted, we're only maybe 5 games into it for some teams, but they are playing beautiful ball. But here's the thing: they got so many good. They're 3-1 to start the year. They're playing so good ball. I've watched them a lot. Mm-hmm. I think I've watched every game for them. They're moving the ball beautifully, and they got so many good pieces.
Yeah.
They still have Conley, which Conley will be gone. They'll move Conley at some point.
Yeah.
You got Lauri Marklin's playing good. You got Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley, Colin Sexton. They look very good. This team is very good. Granted, can it last over an 82-game season? Probably not, but will be fun to watch.
You'd rather get some wins at the beginning of the season and have that wiggle room toward the end of the season.
Correct. And you got Jordan Clarkson's playing out of his mind, and Kelly Olynyk is freaking playing like he was like in freaking Gonzaga now.
Yeah.
He's a Kelly Olynyk he was supposed to be coming out of college when it's just 20 years later down the road.
Yeah.
Another surprise, and it's probably my last one for the Irish, you have any, is Portland. Bro. Dame has got them boys playing balling when they are in first place in the West.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that now, Nobody thought they were going to be number one in the West.
No, I didn't.
You can't at me on that. No one. I thought they were going to be one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah.
It's just Dame has got them boys playing beautiful. Shaden Sharp's looking good. Jeremy Grant's looking good. Nasir Little's looking like a great pick there. And Anthony Simmons is balling. He's becoming that sharpshooting wing they needed.
Yeah.
Or guard, sorry. It's going to be a great season. We have a lot ahead of us. I'm excited, Starkey.
It's going to be good. I'm glad it's back. I'm really glad it's back.
Thank the good Lord, basketball. All is right in the world. All is right. Do you have any hot takes you want to say for this?
Not tonight.
I was hoping you'd have at least one solid hot take for me.
No, not tonight.
Real fast. How about Russell Wilson? He just can't stop getting roasted.
Let's ride.
The guy's doing stretches and hip flexors, doing stuff.
High knees
in the airplane on the way to London.
In the aisle while his teammates are sleeping, no less. If I were one of his teammates, there's no telling what I would do if I woke up on an overnight flight to see this dude doing high knees and stretching when I'm trying to get some sleep. It would not be pretty.
That man just can't stop getting roasted. I did see that Nathaniel Hatchett, the coach, he's probably, if they lose this weekend, he's gone.
I can see that.
So, interesting game, early game on Sunday. We'll have to wake up early and see before church. It's how the Broncos do. I benched Russell Wilson in all my leagues.
I dropped him.
I have him in every league I'm in.
I had him in one, and I ended up dropping him.
Smart man. Oh, I did have a hot take for you. So Charles Barkley, I don't know if you watched it last night, NBA TNT. Barkley was talking about the Warriors and the Suns. You had Clay get ejected.
Yep.
And
first career ejection.
You see him out. I got 4. I'm just like, yes! I'm getting hype on my couch, trying not to yell because I don't want to wake the child. But, man, I was getting hype. And then I was pissed he got ejected. But, dude, this Warriors team does not like the same Warriors team. And he made a lot. Granted, it's still Steph. They still got everybody there. But they're just not the same. You can tell right now. Each game they've been in, besides the opening night, has been one of those games. And Chuck made a comment. It's kind of time for stop playing the veterans as much. He's like, get Moses Moody in there. Get Poole some more runs. Get Kuminga in there.
Yeah.
Granted, unfortunately, he just looks like it's so sad because at one point he was the best 2 guard in the NBA.
Oh, yeah, no question.
Over Harden, there was no doubt you could not make that. He was the best 2 in the NBA.
Yeah.
For like a 3-4 year stretch. He was great on offense and great on defense, and he was even better off the ball.
Yeah.
ACLs got him. Tore it and then tore it again, rehabbing. He looks like a shell of himself. If I'm Golden State here, and granted you're paying him a fortune, don't play him on back-to-back nights. Don't play him every night. Put him on a minute restriction because you're going to want that in the playoffs.
Save him for the playoffs, 100%.
You have Moody, you got Poole, use them. And Draymond's gone. Everyone knows Draymond's gone at the end of the year.
Yeah. If not before then.
Because they're not paying him. He wants the max. They can't afford the max for Draymond. So it will be interesting to see how the Warriors proceed with the future. But it is sad to see you're seeing Draymond kind of shelve himself. He's still putting up his numbers. He's the conductor of that offense over there. He leads them in assists. He calls out the plays. He's running it. It's just sad to see Clay. He burned us a lot, killed us a lot. But it's just an end of an era is coming for the Warriors and the veterans. But they're stacked.
Always.
They are stacked. They're one trade and a year of sucking. I'm sorry, 2 years of sucking got them great picks. Wiseman and Moody in back-to-back years.
Yep.
And Kuminga as well in a trade.
Yeah.
Must be nice. Folks, I think that's going to do it for tonight's show. Starkey, do you have anything you want to say?
No, I'm good. Great show tonight, man.
Hey, even better from you, sir. Folks, we'll be back better than ever next week. Who knows what we'll be saying? Probably be saying some Rocky Top next week. Don't really know.
There's no telling.
We do have the college poll coming out next week, so we'll be interested to see what happens then. Folks, that's going to do it for tonight's episode. Thank you again for listening. And please like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and Spotify, folks. Y'all be safe out there. And in the words of Desmond Bain, Big Ski!